Have you ever wondered what it would be like to come face to face with a mammoth? Imagine standing next to a creature as tall as a two-story building, with tusks longer than you are. What if I told you these magnificent beasts once roamed the earth alongside our ancestors? Buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey through time to uncover the mysteries of mammoths, the ancient giants that captivated our imagination for millennia. Picture this: a world where massive, furry elephants ruled the landscapes, from the icy tundras of Siberia to the grasslands of North America. These weren't just any elephants, they were mammoths, the iconic Ice Age creatures that have fascinated scientists and storytellers alike. But what made them so special? And why did they disappear? Let's start our mammoth adventure by turning back the clock way back. We're talking about 6.2 million years ago, during the late Miocene era. This is when our story begins, with the emergence of the very first mammoths in Africa. Yes, you heard that right. These cold-adapted giants actually originated in the warm climates of Africa. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, I thought mammoths were all about the ice and snow? Well, you're not wrong, but like many great stories, the mammoth tale has humble beginnings. The oldest known mammoth species, Mammothus subplanifrons, first appeared in southern and eastern Africa. These early mammoths were the pioneers, the trailblazers that would eventually give rise to the iconic woolly mammoths we all know and love. But mammoths didn't stay in Africa forever. As the climate changed and new opportunities arose, these resourceful creatures began to spread out. By about 3 million years ago, during the Pliocene epoch, mammoths had embarked on an epic journey. They trekked across vast distances, eventually populating most of Eurasia. Can you imagine the sights they must have seen? The landscapes they traversed? The mammoth's story doesn't end there, though. Oh no, these adventurous animals had even bigger plans. Around 1.5 to 1.3 million years ago, mammoths made the leap into North America. This migration gave rise to the Columbian mammoth, a species that would come to dominate the landscapes of North and Central America. Now, let's fast forward a bit to around 700,000 to 400,000 years ago. This is when things get really interesting and really woolly. In the frigid expanses of Siberia, a new mammoth species evolved, one that would become the poster child for Ice Age megafauna, the woolly mammoth. These shaggy giants were perfectly adapted to life in the cold, with their thick fur coats and layers of insulating fat. But what made mammoths so different from the elephants we know today? Well, for starters, there were those incredible tusks. Mammoth tusks weren't just big. They were often spectacularly curved, spiraling outwards in a display that must have been both beautiful and intimidating. And in the case of species like the woolly mammoth, there were all those adaptations for cold weather. We're talking about not just fur, but also smaller ears to reduce heat loss, and even a fatty hump on their backs for extra insulation and energy storage. Now, here's where the story takes a surprising turn. While most mammoths went extinct around 10,000 years ago, as the Ice Age came to an end, a small population of woolly mammoths managed to hang on much longer than you might expect. On Wrangel Island, a remote spot in the Arctic Ocean, off the coast of Russia, a group of woolly mammoths survived until just 4,000 years ago. That means these ancient creatures were still alive when the pyramids were being built in Egypt and great civilizations were rising in Mesopotamia. It is mind-boggling to think that humans were developing complex societies while the last mammoths were roaming a lonely Arctic island. But why did mammoths disappear? It's a question that has puzzled scientists for years. Was it climate change? Overhunting by humans? A combination of factors? The debate continues. But one thing is clear: the loss of the mammoths had a significant impact on the ecosystems they once inhabited. Mammoths weren't just big animals. They were ecosystem engineers. Their grazing habits, their dung, even their massive footprints all played crucial roles in shaping the environments around them. When mammoths vanished, the landscapes they once inhabited changed dramatically. It's a stark reminder of how interconnected our world is, and how the loss of even one species can have far-reaching consequences. But the mammoth story isn't over yet. In fact, it might be entering an exciting new chapter. Scientists today are exploring the possibility of bringing mammoths back through extinction techniques by studying well-preserved mammoth DNA and potentially combining it with elephant DNA. Some researchers believe we might one day see mammoths, or at least mammoth-like creatures, walking the earth again. Of course, this raises all sorts of ethical and practical questions. Should we bring back extinct species? What impact would it have on modern ecosystems? It's a debate that's sure to continue for years to come. And it's just one more way that mammoths continue to captivate our imagination and challenge our understanding of the natural world. As we wrap up our journey through the age of mammoths, it's worth taking a moment to reflect on what these magnificent creatures can teach us. They remind us of the incredible diversity of life that has existed on our planet, the dramatic changes that have occurred over millions of years, and the complex relationships between species and their environments. Mammoths also serve as a powerful symbol of the impact we humans can have on the world around us. As we face modern challenges like climate change and biodiversity loss, the story of the mammoths offers both a warning and a source of inspiration. It shows us the fragility of even the mightiest species, but also the resilience and adaptability of life on Earth. So the next time you see a picture of a mammoth, or visit a natural history museum with mammoth fossils on display, take a moment to marvel at these incredible creatures. Think about the world they inhabited, so different from our own, yet connected to us through the unbroken thread of life on Earth. And who knows, maybe someday, thanks to the wonders of science, we might get the chance to see a living, breathing mammoth with our own eyes. Until then, let's keep exploring, keep learning, and keep working to protect the amazing diversity of life on our planet. After all, we're all part of the same incredible story, a story that stretches back millions of years and continues to unfold every day. If you enjoyed this journey through the age of mammoths, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating explorations of the natural world and the mysteries of the past. And remember, whether you're digging into ancient history or pondering the future of our planet, there's always more to discover. So keep your curiosity alive, and who knows what amazing things you might learn next? Until our next adventure, this is Google saying goodbye and happy exploring.